Hey everyone, so this is the first episode of Family Ties, and today we are talking about
the ideal parents and ideal
Kids.
kids.
so we're gonna have Elijah go first and tell us about the ideal parent.
Alright, so for my father, I want my father to, be athletic and be able to support my dreams and support if I want to play sports and if I want to work out, I want him to be able to help me. And I want him to preach to be able to do what he preaches.
Practice what he preaches.
Yeah, that. Practice what you preach. Don't tell me to do something, but it'd be easier said than done. And you don't even show me that. Be my role model. And my mother, I want my mother to be able to support me in everything and be 6 foot taller. My mother's 6'2". I want my mother
That's
to be
a
6
lot.
foot and taller.
I am 5'6".
I would want her to support my dreams and,
Don't forget the half. The half
be
matters.
everything.
That's a fact. 5'6.5", because my half does
I
matter.
want my mother to be everything.
You want
My
your
number 1 fan, my number 2 fan, my number 21 fan, all that.
You finish.
Fendi.
Bro, stop saying that.
Go ahead.
Anaya, Anaya should go.
Lego my ego.
No,
Alright.
no.
So boom. I'm gonna say it for both of them. So, number one, they gotta be a number one supporter, like Elijah said already. Gotta be a number one supporter, and make sure that they don't give you false hope. If you want to do something and your parent feel like it's not right, I feel like they should tell you and explain to you why that might not be best for you instead of allowing you to go through with it, because that's time wasted, I think. And they gotta be good cooks too, because you gotta eat, that's really it.
All right. So for the ideal child, I don't believe that children should just run amok. I think that children should do whatever I tell them to do and say whatever I tell them to say. Y'all agree with that?
No.
Yep.
Unless you agree with that, but you don't do that. Get out of here. No, I believe that there is no ideal child. All children are different. Everybody is different. No two children are the same. So I believe that there really is no ideal child. I do believe that there are certain things, qualities in children that all parents want, or most parents want, and those are getting good grades, because you guys know how I am about your grades, right?
Mm-hmm.
Having pride in what you do, taking pride in what you do, right? Also, not getting in trouble just for the sake of getting in trouble. Being very respectful, whether I'm around or not, because you remember that you always represent me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And your dad. So, those are the things that, I feel like you guys should do. No matter what, no matter where you are. And I think all children should do that. I don't know. Elijah, I don't sound like your ideal parent.
What goes around comes around.
What?
What?
You don't sound like my ideal parent. And I don't sound like your ideal kid.
Why?
Because I don't listen to what you say. And I don't say what you tell me to say all the time.
Elijah, I told you that part was a joke.
Okay. It's okay.
What is going on
What goes
here?
around comes around. See? You should have went first. Because you basically answered off what I said.
No, I'm
You
just...
just kicked me out.
What?
Kicked me right out. Kicked me
Anyway.
out of the box.
Anaya, do you think I'm your ideal parent?
Yes, I think that you are.
Why are you speaking like that?
Good.
All right. Well, say what you gotta say.
Why do you believe that?
As far as me doing what I want to do, you support me, give me stuff for my nails. That's what I'm focused on right now. Hair, buy me wigs and everything. Even though I messed them up. Yeah. You just support me with whatever decision I make. And if it's wrong, then you tell me.
Elijah, what you think?
I mean, it's the same thing. You support me with whatever I want to do. So, Whenever I want to play sports, you go out your way and you buy me a ball.
Or that
Like
lacrosse
a
stuff.
football. Yeah, when I play lacrosse, you bought me lacrosse balls.
You want to play
When I
tennis?
play
Yo,
football.
hey, yo, bro. Hey, yo.
He just want to keep on saying balls.
Hey, yo.
Like, what is wrong with you?
And then when I started dancing, you would record me, you would dance with me. When I was
Rapping.
rapping, yeah, you
Mhm.
was spitting balls.
Yeah, I was making better bars than Elijah.
Never.
Like, I was like, oh, nah. Who's the real rapper here?
And then when it came to dancing, oh yeah, I already said that. And then when I like found my path and I started playing basketball, yeah, like I mean you support me to this day, so I mean, but everybody has their moments, you know, like when you just yell, I get in trouble.
I yell all the time.
You take my stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's what you're supposed to do as a parent, so even if I don't like it, discipline is discipline. So, you know, you're an ideal parent. Great one.
Wait, but
Better
she's
than
not
ideal.
6 feet or above.
Right.
You
All
lost.
right, let's go back to the 6 feet
You are
and
6'2".
I am 5.
Why do you
6
keep saying
and a
that?
half.
You can dunk on a rim.
I can. Oh
I've
my
seen you.
goodness, this boy.
What?
All right, I'm over him. Okay, so are you guys ideal children?
No.
Of course you are, because I told you there's no ideal child.
You just.
So of course you are, Elijah. That was a pop quiz and you failed fast.
You can't fail
So-
an opinion-based question.
That was an opinion.
Yeah.
That was a fact. Okay. So anyway,
So what you're telling me is what I said about an ideal parent is a fact.
no, that's your
So
opinion.
how is what you said about an ideal kid a fact?
That is a fact. That's my fact. And if I say it's a fact and I'm the mother, then that's offending. That's it.
Oh my
Oh, so now
gosh.
you're gonna
Don't
take
start
it.
copying that. Don't do that.
Elijah kept saying that's offending all day today. So now I'm saying it. So as far as ideal fathers, is your dad ideal father?
That's
Yeah.
a good question.
He's my ideal father.
Yeah, he is. He has his moments when he's just no, he's there. He's not there, but yeah, he's not.
He's there, like how?
Like he's present.
Like he's physically there,
Yeah.
but he's not there mentally. You trying to say?
Like when he's playing the game and he wrapped up in the game. Yeah.
Like father, like son.
Just
What?
like your dad, like father, like son. Because when
Nobody talks to me when I'm playing the game.
we do, and you get all upset, and you don't want to
Cause y'all
talk.
be making me lose.
Oh, you sound like your dad. So,
Lego my ego.
can you please stop with this leg on my ego crap? So, and as far as like you guys' dreams, right? Do you think that an ideal parent should tell you what to do, or should we just stand by? And I mean, Anaya kind of answered this, but I just want to know, like, you think we should tell you what to do, or do you think we should just stand by and chop it down when we see fit?
I think that like in all reality, I feel like you should let me find my path, not try to point me in a certain direction, because you never know what's for me and what's not. And in the end, I'd much rather know what's not for me than for me to know that I just went down this one path and I never tried anything else.
So the ideal parent would just let you choose your own path, and if they see you going down a slippery slope, they should just let you keep going, because it might be sprinkles at the end of that rainbow.
They should hold your hand. Come with me.
I don't want to go down no slippery slope. Like, what you talk about? We try to avoid that.
I disagree with what Elijah said.
All right, so what you think?
Honestly, I feel like if the parent sees that something is not in your best interest, they should tell you instead of letting you go down that path. Because it don't make sense for you to go through a hard thing when your parents probably already been through it and are telling you that it's wrong.
So then what's the point in trying new things?
It's no point in trying new things unless you're trying to like fail or something. Or, like,
wait.
unless you want to fail or something like.
Wait.
Cause all right, look. Sometimes when you try new things, it turns out good at the end. But if you trying something new and it's hard, your parents telling you it's hard, people around you telling you it's hard, and you still trying, what are you doing?
If somebody tell me that climbing up a hill, climbing up a mountain is hard, I should just stop.
No.
Exactly. So
If
that's trying a new thing.
A certain mountain.
All right, so
If it's a
all right.
spiky mountain and they telling you to stop climbing it or you gonna fall, and then you keep climbing it, what if you fall?
But what if I don't fall? You wouldn't know unless I try it.
Nah, you shouldn't try it though. Put yourself at risk for what? When you
have a
wasting
parachute.
time.
Not really. I'm trying new
you
things.
just making new things along the way.
Yeah,
You
he
somebody
said I got a parachute.
what are you talking about?
All right, wait. But Anaya, listen. You want to be a lawyer. You know how many people are going to go around and tell you, like, being a lawyer is, like, the hardest thing ever. You should not try it. You should just go to school to be a teacher.
Yo, I have yet to hear anybody say that to me.
That's not the point.
But if you do hear somebody say that to you, are you going to give up? If I were to say that to you, would you give up?
No.
All right. So that's kind of like you telling Elijah one thing, but you know in reality, if it was you, you wouldn't be listening either.
But if you keep trying something over and over and it's not going good, then you're just wasting
That's
your
not what
time.
you said though. You said if something
Don't
is hard.
interrupt me. I'm changing it now. I'm changing it. You're right.
Either way, I still try it.
I just think that it's okay to have a backup plan. A lot of people don't have backup plans because they feel like having a backup plan is
It's something that you could fall on. Like it's you know that you could fall on it, so
Right.
you might just do
Right.
that just because you know you
right.
can.
It might not be your backup plan anymore. It might just be your go-to. Like it might be A now instead of B, and I get that, but like I don't know.
I don't get that.
I
So
believe
people saying that you can't have a plan. What?
they
No,
saying
no,
that
no.
some
A
people.
backup plan
Mhm.
is basically something that you could fall on.
So
But
what's wrong with that?
if you know that you have a backup plan, then why even try to go with your first plan?
Because if that's really what you want to do and you really like you can accomplish that, then why wouldn't you try? And then if it don't work, then you go to. That's what a plan B is for.
Yeah, and that's what is hard. That's what hard work is for. If you know that you have something to fall on, you're not gonna work hard. If you know you're gonna fall, you're just gonna let yourself fall. You're not gonna pick yourself back up.
No, people that have that kind of mindset, I don't know. I feel like that's wrong. I feel like everyone should always have a plan B.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, granted you should have it, but not all the time is a plan B good for everybody.
Well, I mean that's a whole nother discussion for another time that we're gonna talk about. But I just want to know, as far as an ideal parent, like basically, should we be all right? So let's like Anaya's like, all right, yeah, I think you should have a plan A and a plan B. You're like, I think that I should just have a plan A because if I have a plan B, then I'm gonna get tired of when I get tired of plan A, I'm going to fall back on that. Whereas if you just have a plan A, there's nothing to fall back on, so you have to work 10 times harder because you know that if you fail at that, then that means that you fail at everything, right? So do you think that an ideal parent should just go with those two flows, like because you guys are two different kids, so of course you guys are not gonna always agree, right? And of course it's either A or B. A, you have a plan B, or B, you just have a plan A and we just pray to the heavens and baby Jesus and hope that you succeed, right? So should I just, like, me being you guys as two parents, right? Do you think that I should do you think that an ideal parent would choose a side, or do you think that an ideal parent would just be like, all right, I see your point, and I'm gonna just go with the flow of both of y'all? What you think?
Well, in reality, I think that a parent would choose sides.
Because
I think
because
that you
whose
should
side
try
do you
to-
think that this parent should choose, Anaya?
Mine.
Okay.
I think that the parents should try to see from both sides, because it's like
Yeah, no,
if it's one sided, then it's just like, regardless, you just gonna tell me to do this. So it's like, I mean, I'm arguing nothing basically.
because you're not gonna listen either way.
Right. I mean, listen, it took me some time, but yes, you are right. Like, when you guys are little, you know, we like parents love their kids when they're little because you do little hard-headed things, but you're little, like you're young, so you're gonna do those things. But when you get older, and as a baby or little, you do hard-headed things, but in the end you wind up listening. When you get older, you do hard-headed things and you may never end up listening, and that is a chance that parents have to take. Like, this one right here is just a knucklehead. Like, he ain't gonna listen to me, so I just have to hold his hand. Like you said, Elijah, just gotta hold your hand and go with you down a slippery slope.
Nah, but not all the time do people want to go down something that could potentially be a bad lane.
Yes, that's true.
But you wouldn't know if it's a bad lean until the end, would you?
Yeah, but nobody who.
But not only that, as an ideal parent, sometimes you have to. Sometimes you have to go down that lane so that when you go down that lane, at the end, they're not by themselves. They're not by themselves whether they succeed because you're there to root them on, or they're not by themselves because they fell on a behind and you're there to pick them up. Right.
All right, but that's another thing. Now, I'm not trying to be like petty or nothing, but in some situations, I feel like parents shouldn't be there for their kids, like if they fall or like something, because you told them so many times it might not work. Like, you gotta have a plan B, this and that. Then they still keep doing it, not listening to you. So now they expect you to be there when they fell, but you was telling them this before they even got to that path. So that's how I feel about it.
So I should just listen to you based off of what you say.
Nah, you should. That's not what I'm saying.
That's exactly what you're saying.
I mean, what she's saying is that parents should give you a few opportunities, and after a certain amount of opportunities, then it's like, go ahead, fall on your butt, but fall on your butt by yourself. That's what you're trying to say, right? Yes. Okay. All right. I get that. So, Elijah, you understand that?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, as an ideal child, though, right, Anaya? Like, now put yourself in. Well, you already put yourself in that situation. You said, but all right, no. What if it's something that you really, really like, really, really wanted, right? And I'm telling you, Anaya, no, that's just not good for you. It's no good for you, and no way around it. Are you gonna? Like, you being a lawyer, and I'm like, no way around it. Are you even going to succeed?
That's okay. That's if we try it and it don't work. Now, if you keep on doing it, knowing that like you getting the same outcome after like a few tries, then why keep doing it? You like, I feel like at that point, like you wanna like fail or something, because you're hoping for like a different outcome, and you already tried it a few times and kept getting the same outcome. So why keep wasting time on something that is not working? That's when I feel like if you keep doing it and then you fall, then that's you. Like, yeah, I feel like that's you. That's all on you.
Elijah, what you feel about that?
Honestly,
Yeah.
I just think that at the end of the day, you should just you can have an input on what you want me to do, but I don't feel like you should just force your input on me.
But that's not forcing though. That's them giving their opinion, stating how they feel about the situation after you fail.
Right, but what he's saying is, even all right. So let's say I do state my opinion after he fails, right? Then if I say don't do that again, that's me forcing him to give that up.
You don't have to say don't do it again. after the first time, but I feel like after like the second or third time, that's when you should tell them, like, yo, this is obviously not working. You should try something new. The first time, all right, that's like a trial. You could try it again, see if it worked. And then after the second to third time, if it don't work, then what's the point of continuing to do it?
Work yourself up to it.
To keep.
So let me ask you a question, Anaya. You take the bar exam. You fail the first time. You're gonna take it again. All right. Let's say you fail the second time. Are you gonna take it again?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's say you fail the third time. Are you gonna take it again?
No.
Why?
No, I'm not gonna keep.
See, you.
No.
I understand. Like I understand why you saying no, but at the same time, you know that after sometimes people don't have their eureka moment. You know what I mean by eureka moment? Like you get you have that moment where you're like, oh, I get it. I get it now. Now I know what I'm messing up on. I know what I don't understand. And sometimes it takes 3 to 4 times or 2 to 3 times. You understand what I'm saying? Like, so I get what Elijah's saying, because he's like, yo, I'm not giving up. Like, I'm not gonna give up until I feel like it's time for me to give up, and nobody can't put a cap on that. That's what you're
what
saying,
if
right?
you never give up? What if you just keep trying and failing and failing and failing?
Then I'd much rather know that that's not for me than me to just give up.
So if you keep failing, at what point do you think that you'll be like, you know what, it's time for me to move on and do something else?
I don't think that you should ever feel like that.
And that's the problem.
But see,
That's not a problem, because it's like, that's like saying, yo, if you have your mindset on one thing and you keep on failing at it,
That's the point of a plan B.
All right, but let me
But
ask
I'm
you a
not supposed to
question.
I'm not supposed to just give up after I keep failing.
Okay, but listen to this, right? So you don't give up and you keep on going. Now you 30. Now you done lost your 20s. Now you 30.
Still doing the same thing.
At what time do you think that your parent is supposed to tell you, like, yo, like, you letting your life go past, and what are you really doing?
Like, you're not even improving. You're just staying in the same place.
At what point do you think that your parent is supposed to tell you?
I mean, you could. Why you're
scenario.
no? Listen, while you're failing, you could still be improving. You just may not have got to that level yet.
Okay, and then what are you doing? Elijah, you know that the dreams that you have when you're 13, 14 years old, your parents don't want you to have those same dreams when you're 20 something years old if you've already tried it 10 times and failed every time. I'm going to be real with you. Ideal parent, no, we're not sitting around just waiting for you to do that. Because I mean, ultimately, like,
Not an ideal parent, a real parent.
I don't want to say that you failed in life, because you haven't failed in life, but you squandering the rest of your life away if you're not even just thinking about something else or thinking to do something else, and you failed that 10 times. At some point, you're going to have a eureka moment. How long we going to wait for that eureka moment? I said 4 or 5 times. But now we at 10 times. You still ain't make it. You're not 13, 14 years old. Now you're 25. Now you have kids of your own. What parent is sitting around just watching you just do that? Because you wouldn't want your father to have had you at that age, or me to have had you at that age, and me still chasing a certain dream, and I'm never getting it, and I mean, you would suffer. Don't you think?
I mean, yeah, I would, but me knowing that you're working towards something, I would support you. I wouldn't just be like, oh, yo, you failed X and Y amount of times, give up. I'm not gonna say that.
Okay, well,
we have our own opinions.
Right. We definitely have our own opinions. So I think that on this conversation, as far as ideal parents, ideal kids, I don't know. Can we agree? Like, do we agree that there's no ideal kid? There's no. I mean, you guys have your definition of an ideal parent, but do you think any parent is really ideal.
No.
No, right?
Mhm.
Because I'm sure you look at other kids' parents and be like, dang, their mother's mad cool. I wish my mom was like that. Or dang, their mother's mad understanding. I wish my mom was like that. Or dang, their mother don't curse as much as my mother does. I wish my mother didn't. My mom was like that. Which, yeah.
Yeah, sometimes. Like the cursing part, not the rest of that cool and stuff, but the cursing part, sometimes.
Cause I'm cool, right? I know.
Sorry, don't got your head though.
Stop it. All right, so we gonna wrap this up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap this up for tonight.
Yeah.
So we thank you guys for tuning in on our first episode of Family Ties, and hopefully you'll be back next time. Good night.
Good
Have a good night.